What's up, guys? It's your boy Sam, back here with another video, and in today's video, it's a little bit different of a video. I have done one Madden stream before, got around 26 views, I think, if I remember correctly, and that was the only football thing I have done on my channel. Now, this is going to be different because, one, it's football, and two, I'm not playing anything. I am using my own brain to think of who I think is going to win the playoffs. And not only am I doing it, but a couple of my friends doing it. We will be updating as the weeks go on. After each week, I will make another video explaining who got what right, how the games looked, who won, and yeah, we'll see who has the most accurate prediction at the end of the Super Bowl. So, we will see you guys when that happens. Leave a like, subscribe, and enjoy. Alrighty, guys. So to start off this video, we are going to be predicting all of the wild card games. First game will be the Steelers versus the Bills. Now, I don't know how the Steelers ended up doing this. I kind of hope they didn't. I don't like the Steelers. The Bills, though, however, are just a super good team, deserve to be where they're at, and for that reason, I'm taking the Bills over the Steelers. Next game, I'm going to be taking the Dolphins over the Chiefs because I feel like the Dolphins can just beat them. The Chiefs don't really have that much weapons to use offensively other than maybe Isaiah Pacheco with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Those are like their three main offensive players. A lot of people don't really know Isaiah Pacheco that much. So with that being said, I'm going to take the Dolphins over the Chiefs. For the last AFC wildcard game, I'm taking the Browns over the Texans. And the reason I'm saying this is the Browns recently, after picking up Joe Flacco, have been dominating everything. They have been destroying teams left and right, winning games, putting themselves in a good enough position for them to be in the playoffs. They're using him effectively. I'm going with the Browns for this one. Now, moving on to the NFC, the first game we have is the Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, I feel like the Packers are definitely a decent team, and they're not like super top of the league. So I do think that the Cowboys are better. I feel like the Packers are definitely a decent team, and they're not like super top of the league. So I do think that the Cowboys are better. The Cowboys got a pretty good overall team, so I am picking them over the Packers. Next game we have is the Lions versus the Rams. I'm taking the Lions over the Rams. Final game of the NFC wildcards, the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. Now, even though the Eagles are obviously a top-tier team in the league right now, a lot of their players are injured this week. And I know the Buccaneers, they're trash. The record is terrible. They shouldn't really be in here. The Saints should have that spot because of what they did last week. But I'm going to, however, take the Buccaneers because of all the injuries happening with the Eagles. The second person to do this is Purplish022. Yay! You guys might know him from his YouTube channel or previous videos of mine, and he knows football more than I do, so we will see if his predictions will be more accurate, starting with the first game, the Steelers versus the Bills.
Take Bills all day, not even close. The Steelers are going to get killed.
Okay, so after that, the Chiefs versus the Dolphins.
This one's really good. Could go either way. I'm taking Miami, though. I think the Chiefs, they can't really do much on offense anymore now that they don't have receivers. Their number one guy is like Rashid Rice. Nobody knows who that is unless you actually pay attention to this game of football. So yeah, no, Dolphins all day. Dolphins all day.
And sorry to you Taylor Swift fans, but Kelsey did not win in this one.
Sorry, Swifty.
Okay, for the third game, we have the Browns versus the Texans.
As much as I'd like to say the Texans would win it, I don't think that they will. I want the Texans to do good, but I think the Browns are just a tough opponent for them. The Browns will win. Joe Flacco, Amari Cooper, go crazy. They'll probably win it.
Okay, and then the Ravens with the first round bye will automatically go into the second round. For NFC, we have the 49ers guaranteed to go into the second round. And with our first game, we have the Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers.
I think the Packers will definitely try and put up a fight. I think it'll be a good game. Dallas will definitely take it. It'll be a Dallas win. I just think they'll outmatch them. They're just a lot better than the Packers are. But the Packers will definitely put up a fight.
And we have the Lions versus the Rams.
I'm gonna take the Rams here. Lions are a really good team. I just think the Rams are better. The Rams got a couple of receivers. They got a decent running back there. I think the Rams definitely win. It'll be close, but I think, yeah, Rams definitely will win.
Okay, for the third game, we have the Eagles versus the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers, they don't even deserve this. I would rather see the Saints here for them, or other than the Bucs. Because the Saints put up almost a 50, and the Bucs beat the Panthers by 9, only scoring 9. It just bothers me. I do think the Eagles will win. It won't be close, I don't think.
Okay, guys, now we are here with Aubrey.
Hello.
And we're going to see her predictions. Now, she doesn't really watch that much football besides the Ravens games. She doesn't know too much, so don't get mad if she says something that is almost completely inaccurate. This is her predictions.
Give me a pass.
And at the end of the day, she might get it perfect and no one would have seen this coming. But, we are going to now jump into it. The first game we have is the Steelers versus the Bills.
So, I honestly think the Steelers are going to win. Not because I think they're a good team, it's just I want to show them up.
Okay, well that would indeed put us to play them in the next round. But now we have the Dolphins versus the Chiefs.
I think the Dolphins are going to win because I want to give the Chiefs, absolute no chance.
For the last game for the AFC, we have the Browns versus the Texans.
So, I picked the Texans to win because I don't feel like the Browns are too good of a team.
She looked at the season, she was like, well, obviously 4 is beating 5, and that's what she chose. So, we are now moving into the NFC. Who do you got for the Green Bay Packers versus the Cowboys?
I say Cowboys because from what I've seen, Green Bay absolutely sucks.
I don't think you've seen anything from them, to be honest. But the Cowboys...
I see clips on YouTube.
The Cowboys are a good team. They're definitely a good team, so we will see how that goes. Alright, next game, the Lions versus the Rams.
I say Rams because from what I've seen of the Lions, they're just eh. And I think the Rams, since they won Super Bowl, I think, last year?
Not last year.
A couple of years ago.
I think it's 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
God,
Either
it's
one.
been that long. Well, I've seen them pull through, so I think they're going to pull through again.
Okay. Alright, for the last game of the wild cards, Super Wild Card Weekend, we have the Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So, I think that the Buccaneers are going to win because from the clips I've seen on YouTube, lots of the Eagles players have been getting hurt. So, I think they shot down a couple of their good players. So, I think the Buccaneers are going to win.
Alrighty. We will see you guys back when we are doing the deciding divisional. Okay. Now we are in the divisional games, with the first matchup being the Ravens versus the Dolphins. Now, 3 weeks ago, before we played the 49ers, we played the Dolphins. And speaking of we, for the Ravens, we destroyed them. I think the same thing is going to happen with this. I'm taking the Ravens all day. Next game, go see. We have the Browns versus the Bills. Like I said during the wild card round, I think the Browns with Joe Flacco are going to do some crazy things in the playoffs, and I think they are going to end up beating the Bills just because of the momentum push they've had recently. Joe Flacco carrying the team. I think he's going to play the Ravens, and yeah, we'll see what happens then. Going into the NFC, we have the first matchup being the 49ers and the Bucks. The insane team of the 49ers. The 49ers are going to destroy them this game, maybe even a shutout. Who knows? So, with that being said, I'm going to move straight into the Lions and Cowboys game. I feel like this game will definitely be a good one. Definitely one to watch. If this does happen, this could possibly be one of the best games of the entire playoffs. I do, however, even though the Cowboys have the 2 seed, I think the Lions are going to end up beating them and going into playing the 49ers for the championship of the NFC. Alright, so here for the divisional round, we have Peter. We are going to jump straight into it. With the seeding, we have the Ravens versus the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins will definitely be out for revenge for that Week 17 domination by Baltimore. I think it'll be a really good game. Still taking Baltimore.
Alrighty.
And it's not because they're my favorite team. It's because they're better.
Okay, so now we are going to jump into the Browns and the Bills.
This is definitely going to be a good game. 100%. Looking forward to seeing this if this does happen in real life. I think most people would take the Browns here. I'm going to take the Bills. It's going to be really close. I just think the Bills will outmatch the Browns here.
Okay. Alright, so now we are going to the NFC, going into the game of the Rams versus the 49ers.
This one, definitely good. Rams definitely beat the 49ers in Week 18. I don't know whether or not the Niners ran back us. They probably did. They already clinched the number 1. I'm not sure. I didn't watch that one. But yeah, this is going to be a really good game. I'm taking the 49ers. I would love to see the Rams beat them if this happens, but I just don't think it's going to happen. The 49ers are way too stacked. They're too much for the Rams, I think, and they'll win.
Okay, good response there. So we are going to jump into the next game, which is the final game for the divisional round. We are going with the Cowboys and Eagles.
The Cowboys, they proved through the season they are better. They did win the East, but I do think the Eagles will win this one, even though they have a ton of injuries right now, which is scary. But if they can get those guys back, which I think they probably will, Eagles will probably come out for revenge and they'll take the Cowboys down.
A good divisional round. Here in the deciding divisionals, third predictor, Aubrey,
Hello.
is going to be choosing who will move on to the AFC and NFC championship game. First up, we have the Ravens versus the Steelers.
I say the Ravens because Zay Flowers is just being really good right now. Second is because Lamar is amazing.
Alright, so for the final game of the AFC divisional round, we have the Texans versus the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins would be clear to win because from what I've seen, they've been kicking off to an okay and kind of rocky start. I think they have enough to surpass the Texans.
Okay, so now we are going into the NFC, and our first game is the 49ers versus the Rams.
So, my picking of who would win this is the 49ers, because the Rams lose to the Niners because, I think some of their team members are going to get hurt. Me personally, So,
Okay, she's predicting injuries for the Rams, guys. The final round for Aubrey's divisionals, we have the Cowboys versus the Bucks.
I say Bucks. The Cowboys might give a little effort and beat Green Bay, but then I feel like they're just going to get overpowered by the Bucks.
Okay, we will see how that ends up going. Do you think you had a pretty good prediction so far?
So far, kind of.
Now, to see who will win the conference, we are going to see the AFC's last game and the NFC's last game. The AFC's last game just so happens to be the Ravens versus the Browns. I think we are going to win. Like I've been saying this whole entire video, the Ravens are doing good. They have a good momentum push. We're going in with a healthy team. We got Mark Andrews back, hopefully. I think we are going to beat the Browns and move on to the Super Bowl. For the NFC, we have the 1 seed and the 3rd seed. We have the 49ers going up against the Lions. The Lions, good team. The 49ers, better team. There's a reason they got the 1 seed. And I will see you guys for the Super Bowl matchup predictions. Alright, we are back here with Peter.
It's me.
It's him. So, we are now going into the final game for the AFC and in the game between the Bills and the Ravens.
But Bills, Ravens, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, they're really good quarterbacks. Definitely going to be a really fun game to watch. I think the Ravens will take it. Not because, again, they're my favorite team, but because they're good. It'll definitely be a good game. Definitely. Bills could definitely take it, but I think the Ravens will win it. Put them in the Super Bowl. Hopefully this happens.
Let's go flop. Alright. So, we have our NFC game to see who will go to the Super Bowl. It is the Eagles and the 49ers.
Eagles and 49ers. This one, definitely heavily favored for the 49ers. The 49ers early in the season, they beat the Eagles 42-19. Freaking crazy. And because of that, Eagles are coming for revenge and they're coming hard. I'm taking the Eagles here, yeah!
2 games winning from the Eagles for revenge, guys. This is
The
crazy.
Eagles are going to go crazy. Jalen Hurts, he's hungry for that Super Bowl. He wants it. He lost to the Chiefs. He literally saved that depressing picture in his phone for this exact moment. He's going back, and he is determined.
Alright, we will see you guys with Peter in the Super Bowl round. With the 3rd prediction, we're here with Aubrey.
Hello.
Now we are in the championship round, and her first game is going to be the Ravens versus the Dolphins.
So, I say the Ravens are going to win. The reason being is because of one of the previous games we played up against the Dolphins, where we absolutely obliterated them. And I think it's going to happen again with them scoring a little more than they did last time. But overall, we would overrule them.
Okay. So then we are moving into the NFC round. We have the 49ers versus the Bucks.
So, my pick is the 49ers because the Bucks are good, but the 49ers will overrule them.
Okay. We will see you guys with Aubrey in the Super Bowl round. See you then. Okay, guys. The moment you have all been waiting for. The Super Bowl predictions. We got a couple people in here predicting the whole playoffs to this point. We are going to now see who everyone thinks will come on top of this football season. Now my matchup for the Super Bowl just so happens to have already happened this season, being the Ravens versus the 49ers. The Ravens destroyed the 49ers in this first game, and I see the 49ers wanting to come back at us, and I feel like we are going to come out on top. Let's go, Flocks. Let's win the Super Bowl. We are back with Peter for the last time before we have to say goodbye to the Purple Boy. We are going straight into the Super Bowl, and we have the Eagles versus the Ravens. Who you got?
Bird Bowl! Okay.
Bird Bowl.
Bird Bowl. Never happened before because the Ravens are the only team in the AFC. That's Bird.
I wish we were the only team in the AFC. Guaranteed Super Bowl every year, baby.
Really good game. Really good game here. Lamar Jackson, literally on draft day, said he was going to get the Ravens the Super Bowl. He said they're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. I'm excited to see if that happens. I hope it happens. Really cool. Jalen Hurts, the pressing picture in his phone. He said he's going to keep it there until he gets another shot. He uses it as fuel, as determination to get back here. He wants to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, all teams do. All players do. Jalen Hurts, you can tell he wants it bad, probably. Really, really good game here. Could go either way. I'm taking Baltimore. Not because they're my favorite team, because they're good. And we're number one seed. Like, we proved that we're better. I mean, we literally killed the Dolphins. And
beat the 49ers.
We killed the 49ers, too, yeah. Like, we're a good football team, and I think we will win. So, Ravens Super Bowl champions. I'm out. Peace.
For the third Super Bowl, we have Aubrey.
Hello.
Again. And we are doing
Ravens. Without a doubt.
She goes with the Ravens. Ravens, we're 3 for 3, baby. Make this happen in real life. Go Flop.
The Baltimore Ravens go 3 for 3, and everyone predicts they will win the Super Bowl. If you guys like this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Also guys, Peter made a video. Go check that out. Madden predicting the playoffs.